want to give you some feedback over your paper. So the first thing that I want to address is your originality report. You have it quoted, but if you go down here, you put it in a quote, and we're going to talk about the citation in a minute, but you're only allowed to have 2 lines of a direct quote. So you have a whole paragraph here. And so I'm not sure if this is still your A, but you know, you can use that. It's a good quote, but you have to, one, if you're using a direct quote and it's longer than 4 lines, you have to use the block style, the block quotation, and indent it all. But we aren't doing that in this class, so you need to cut that back. And you don't ever want one whole paragraph like this to be just a copy and paste from a source. This would be considered unintentional plagiarism, so just make sure that you fix that. So when you cite your let me go down here, works cited page here. Let me go to make sure that you have the hanging indent. That's where this line right here is indented over, so that, and it's not blue, so make sure that you take that out. You're close right here on your citations. Just make sure that you're checking it. For example, like right here, you don't have the date you accessed it. Also, you never, ever, ever want to use Wikipedia as a source, so you need to make sure that you take that out. Wikipedia could be a good starting point to use if you don't know anything about a subject, but it's not anything you ever want to do in academics. So anything you got from Wikipedia, you need to take that out, and not just for this class. You know, you're going to have other teachers tell you the same thing. So just stay away from Wikipedia for a couple reasons. One, it's not considered all that credible, and 2, it shows you didn't put forth much effort on your research. You're also only allowed 1 website. If you meet the requirements for the 4 sources, you know, the book, the interview, the internet source, and the EBSCO source, you can have more, but right now all you do is you have 4 websites. So you need to make sure that you vary that up. So so make sure that you're checking this. You're very close on your citations, but the biggest thing is the blue and the hanging indent. You're missing the date accessed here, so just make sure that you go back and check that. When you are using a title, so right here, you don't have an author, double check, because I'm not seeing an author on all of these. So I know Wikipedia, they don't have authors, but make sure that you are really checking to make sure that it doesn't have an author, because that's important. But if it doesn't, and say this is your title here, you put all of it here, but when you use it, you would put President Obama and just in the quote. So you would just you just use a shortened version of the title in your in-text citation, and then you need to put the page number. So make sure you're doing that on all of here. So this would be longer, so you would just put Head Start in quotes and the page number, and then down below I would see the whole title. You know, and if there's an author, that's what you need to put right here. So that covers your citations. Your format is really good. You followed the format correctly. And the next thing I want to address here is the use of you. You can't use any second person, so take that out. And then right here, I see that you have your thesis A, B, and C here, but your thesis, you need that separate thesis paragraph that will go under your intro. So you're going to have your intro and then new paragraph, and in your thesis paragraph, no sources. Your thesis has to be your words. So you're citing it right here. So that's telling me that you have a thesis that is not your own words. So you need to have that overall thesis program and say, you know, having a early Head Start intervention programs, or whatever they're called, you know, is not beneficial to our kids, and or whatever it is your thesis is. And then your next sentence is going to be your map with your A, your B, and your C, and that needs to be all your own words in a separate paragraph. It will be a short paragraph, and just put that right under your intro. So I hope this helps. Let me know if you have any other questions, and we'll talk to you soon.